So I'm in the Rainforest Lookout today and we're going to have a little update on our new primates that arrived this year. Ryan, our keeper, is just putting out some enrichment for them. Some pumpkins that we kindly had donated from Anna Gardens. And he's filled them with all kinds of nice treats.
So this is some Arabic gum that we give to our smaller primates. So Pygmy Marmosets get it every day, the Goeldis get it 3 times a week. And it's basically just used to replicate tree sap in the wild. So the primates will drill holes into the trees and they've got long tongues and fingers to be able to get the sap out of the tree. So it's a really high sugar mixture. Really good for them, and it's one of their absolute favourites as well, so they always come over for their gum. And I'm just putting them into pumpkins because it's November, so all the pumpkins are going basically for free, so we get loads of pumpkins donated and we can use them all around the zoo. And for the smaller primates, since they probably won't eat a full pumpkin, we can put their nicer food in it for them. Beaver's going to have a go with that, I think.
So how do you think the mix has gone in here then with the 3 species, or the 4 species that we've got?
Yeah, it's gone really well. They all kind of keep their distance, but when it comes to feeding time, there's no real like fights or squabbles. Sometimes there's a little bit of shouting, but that's completely normal. The only issue we tend to find is Philo is very cheeky and tries to steal the Agouti's food just off the floor. So you'll see him running around with half a parsnip or sometimes even a full parsnip trying to eat that and struggling to carrying it up to the top where he knows the Agouti can't get to him. But other than that, it's gone really well. Everyone's getting on. It's really good to see as well the Goeldis doing well together because they both came from separate collections as part of the breeding program, and they've come together really nicely. They're a really good couple. They get along really, really well.
So these are the white-faced Saki Monkeys. So we've got Philo, which is a male. So he's got the very striking white kind of cream-coloured face with a black body. And then up here we've got Belle, who is our female. Now she is 20 years old, and she's very easy to recognise because she's got the brown coloration. But also she has no tail, and she came like that. So she's a very odd looking individual. Here she comes. How does she get around like without having her tail?
Really good. It's almost as if she didn't even need it. It is obviously very good for them for balance, but they are specially evolved to be good at climbing, getting around the trees and right at the very top, so she has no issues. Didn't know if we'd have to build some kind of OAP branches for her to get up or some like stairs, but she's been absolutely fine. She's made it all the way to the top of the girders and the beams in here, so a good 20 feet into the air, no problem. She's just a little bit slower, that's all really, so I have to make sure we save some for her before her son just goes and eats everything and then she's stuck with nothing. If we come out of the way, the marmosets should go over and check it out.
So yes, we've still got the 3 Pygmy Marmosets. So there is one right there, and these are 3 boys. There's another one there. They are tiny. They're probably a little bit upset because I'm in here with different stuff. Very sensitive animals. There he is up there. See his tiny little face right there. It's so small it can almost disappear behind the rope. And there's another one straight up, peering over the ledge. Right there. They're just so quick. But they're getting so much more brave now, so they're coming over for the feeds. Oh, there's the 3rd one there. Running across there. What do you think of the Pygmy Marmosets? How are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing really well. It took them a little bit of time to settle in just because they've never been in an enclosure this big. They spent a lot of time around their bedrooms, but now they're exploring absolutely everywhere, so we can actually weigh all 3 of them as well, which is good. So they'll hand feed, 2 out of 3 will hand feed bugs, and then the other one, just kind of throw some bugs on for him and he'll happily get on. So Nacho is our heaviest and most confident. He's about 167 grams, so virtually nothing really. And then his brothers are about 15-20 grams lighter. which is often what you find with groups of primates. There's a hierarchy of who gets to the food first, and because he's most confident, he's straight over to it. But they're doing really well. There's a lot more of the public are getting to see them now, because at first they're trying to find a needle in a haystack, but since they're coming over to the windows and stuff, a lot more people are getting to see them.
For anyone who's coming to visit it, what's the best places to spot, say, the white-faced Saki monkeys?
So you need to make sure you're looking up. They don't like to be on the floor, so the only thing we really have that'll be on the floor are our Agouti that are running around. So my best advice, would definitely be to look up and look into the girders as well. We've obviously made them so many nice branches and platforms to go on, but they just want to sit on the building foundations. So that's probably the best place to find them. They do like sleeping high up because that's where they feel nice and safe. Other than that, we feed them 4 times a day, so in and around their feeding stations. We've got loads of different platforms and stations for them to feed around, and they won't eat it all in one go. We'll leave loads out for them, so they'll keep on coming back to it. So yeah, my best advice would be look up and just keep checking.
And do the Pygmy Marmosets, do they tend to venture very far, or do they kind of stay in this part?
Yeah, so later on in the day is when they become most confident. So we've had them all the way over the other side, which is where the Saki spend a lot of time on the bridge. We actually gave them their insects over there just as a reward for exploring the whole place. A favourite spot for them, they do like sitting underneath the lights as like an extra little heat source for them. And they're also enjoying this area over here now where Belle is currently occupying. That's been a favourite spot for them because they can see what's going on with all the people outside, and they're also well hidden and up high too.
The ones that you can hear the most, which ones are they?
That's the Goeldis. They're pretty much the only ones that are making lots of noise at the minute. So the Sakis are quite quiet. Sometimes Belle gets a little bit squeaky if she's not getting food that she wants straight away. So say if I've got some food I want in my hand, she'll be like wanting it immediately, calling for it, that kind of thing. Philo's quite quiet, and the Pygmies, they started off being a bit loud when they first came, doing a few alarm calls, but they're a lot quieter now. They're much more calm and settled. You basically don't really know the Pygmies are there unless you can spot them very easily because you can't hear them.
There was a video of Philo doing that branch shaking thing.
Yes.
What's that about?
So that is their defense mechanism. They like to puff themselves up, make themselves look big, and that kind of shake the branch. So we were told when he first came here that he was one that does it quite a lot when you're cleaning around him, but we very, very rarely see it. So one of the times I saw it was when I was cleaning the windows for the first time they'd ever seen. They jumped right over to the window and started branch shaking at me. But other than that, they do it very, very little, which is nice because then it obviously shows they're not feeling threatened or anything. But it is a very, very weird behaviour that they do, and it is quite funny to see, to be fair.
So there we go, there's an update from our tropical house. Next time you're at the zoo, you know where to look, and you learn a little bit more about them today. It's such a nice, peaceful exhibit to look at, and if you haven't been and seen it already, then you definitely need to get down here. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and follow us for more zoo content.